Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time and support. Thank you for joining in the WRT Boxing Show. Oh man, the Ready Talk Boxing Show. This is the one thing I must say, folks. It sucks being a boxing junkie and working a lot because when there's a busy weekend, I can't cover the post fights till Tuesday. And being a small channel, you sometimes think, well, what's the point? But hey, I'm a boxing junkie and I like to talk about it, but sometimes what's the point? But hey, I thank you for the few that do stop into this boxing rehab, the few that are the junkies themselves, like myself, and come support. So let's talk. This is a fight I was highly, and I'm glad. I'm glad. There's a few fights over the weekend. I'm very glad I got to see. I'm glad the few boxing junkies around the world has posted some of these fights. I forgot the names of them, but thank you. And if you guys seen these fights, you know who they are as well. Um, Definitely outside the box talk about here on this channel, and outside the normal fights are talked about on this channel. And again, a fight I was highly anticipating on watching, and I'm glad to watch, was Michal Cieslak defeating Tyler Mabika. And familiar with this channel, you know the franchise champion of the WRT Boxing Show is Lawrence Okolie. So I do like the cruiserweight division. I watch it pretty well. And with the pullout of Golacki, it's like, oh man, that's a blow to that division, blow to the franchise champion. And then there's mentions of Michal being mentioned as that replacement. And I was thinking like, oh shit, man, like I got I got Lawrence knocking out Lovaki, but Sheslak, I don't know. I think he won McBenga, Macabu. I'm sorry. I always do when I hear these M names. I always go back to my Los Angeles Laker days, and I McBenga. Like I said, you Laker fans know who I'm talking about. Um, Macabu, McBenga, Mabika. So I just I go in there because I know he was from one of those countries and tribes. But anyway, I went into this fight thinking Sheslak has to prove it. He has to do something to show like, hey, I beat Macabu. I'm ready for that rematch, which is bullshit that he's ranked number 4 and Macabu's about to fight Doradula, who Sheslak knocked out. So anyway, he'll get his shot again, but in order for him to do this shot, he had to do what he did in this fight. 6 rounds, it's cool. 6 rounds, he dominated. He didn't see when people talk about, like, again, this was a 10 round fight. It wasn't a ranked fight. It was a stay busy uh, before the end of the year fight, and people shit on a lot of these fights because they're like, oh, what's the point of these fights? Stay busy, but if you're in these fights, do what you got to do. Get the guy out of there. Don't go 10 rounds, 12 rounds. Don't go the distance, you know. Gabriel Serrato, um, Gabriel Rosado, and Daniel Jacobs. Who else was on? Did some 12 rounds shit with some Porter, Fondor, and Formella. Nothing that I like Formella a lot. You probably do too, but you know Sean Porter's on a whole nother level. We should got him out of there. And in this fight, Macau did what he had to do. He put the combinations on him, and when Taylor did touch him once or twice, Macau got that little Crawford, Bud Crawford in him. He's like, "Motherfucker, did you just hit me? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna put it on you." Now it was weird to see how it ended, you know, because that Mikhail got a little upset that he got hit, so he went a little aggressive, kind of turned him sideways a little bit, hit him sideways. I don't think he hit him behind the head, but he got it really aggressive with him. And then after that, you see Mabika complained about getting hit in the head, getting pushed, and then shortly after that, he starts fucking shaking his arm like, "Oh, I got a bicep thing, I got an elbow injury." I don't. It could be true. Could be very true. Boxing shit happens really quick. Ligaments and tendons are no joke. They could go at any time. We don't know. It was weird to see the fight ended like that. But in between there, the footwork, the punch selection, the aggression, for the most part, the defense, Mikel was on point. He looked like a number four ranked fighter in there with someone he was a better than. And I liked seeing that. I like seeing that there was a class difference when there is a class difference. Show me why you're ranked number four. Show the world he's not with you. And I felt Mikel did that very well. Punched up and down, did the feints, the hooks, the bolo shots, the jab. It seemed like he knew he was in and can afford to tweak and mess with some things. I guess he's doing the right thing. Hey, if you did it in the sparring in the gym, do it in the fight. So you can see he was switching the southpaw back and forth. He does it regularly, but it seemed like he wasn't as in a rush to make sure he was on point in doing it this fight. He seemed like he was actually thinking about doing it as he was doing it. It seemed a little slow. It's like he wanted to practice stuff. Like I said, if you're gonna do that, it's a fight and be dangerous like that. This is a fight to do it in, and so I'm okay with that. Even though it's never okay to take opponent lightly, but it's okay to feel safer in some fights than you will another fight. And I thought he was not experimenting. Experiment is the wrong word. I thought he was practicing what they practice on in the gym in this fight. And he got tagged a little bit doing the slow switch. But other than that, it was a very well end of the year fight to see. Hopefully he gets his rematch because on this 18th, I believe it's the 18th of this month, fucking Dora Dula and Makabu's fighting. The champion number 3. Number 1 is who? Who's number 1? The dude from South Africa. I always forget his name. McKinney or something like that. I can't think of who's number 2. Number 2 in the division, because you got McHooney, the South African. If I'm messing his name up, then you got number 3 Doradulu, number 4 Cieslak. I'm hoping my brain kicks in and works here, but we gotta cheat and look it up. So before we go, who in the heck is number 2 by the WBC? Let's check this out real fast. I am your host, Mr.A, the host of your show, the RT Boxing Show. Thank you for your time and support. Thank you for being a boxing junkie, because I am a very small rehab center for us. And no one stops in after the big weekends. But thank you for stopping in. Back from the abyss, Roberto Ramirez. Oh, we're going to talk about the 175 in another segment, so please stay tuned in. I got a lot to talk about. The RT Boxing Show will keep you entertained. There's a lot of talking. I'm a boxing junkie. This is the Ready Talk boxing show, so we're going to talk a lot here. I just don't want to do long videos because I see that you guys do. I don't get enough traffic. So I got a lot to talk about. Alex Papin. Fuck. Alexia Papin. And you can say he beat fucking Makabu. So this is... And you got Breeders, what? A diamond champion? Ooh, Kevin Lorena, Dorticos. That top 5, top 6 is stacked. That is stacked. Like, if Cieslak had to take a backwards fight, which I hope he doesn't, to go against oh my god. But I would like to see Cieslak take on McHooney or Papin. If he can't get a title shot next, knock out number 1 or 2. But fuck, dude. Lorena at number 6 is a good fight. I mean, number 5 is a good fight. Number 6, Dorticos is a good fight. Tabiti comeback fight is a good fight. Ruslan Fafer, and this sucks because I made this video on him getting upset. I just got lost in the sauce. I got busy. I just never uploaded, so it's like extremely late when him losing against Ali. You got the fucking devil, Christoph Workhoff. You got Noel Grover. I think he's fighting very soon. Masternak just fought Alexei Grove. Like I said, this Richard Rappaport. Now he's talking shit about getting Lawrence Okoli on 6 weeks. He had knocked him out, so smoke him like a cigar. I believe he's the number 1 or 2 ranked for the WBA, so they're trying to go that route, set that unification up under Matchroom. You know, like in the WBC, it's a backward step for him in rankings. But if he was to fight Richard Arakpo, that'd be really big for his career. Because I believe Richard Arakpo is a more known global star. And he's not that big of a global star, but I think he's more global than Cieslak. And beating him, Cieslak beating Rakapo will make noise in America. Cieslak beating Makabu to get the belt won't make no noise in America. The Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host. Thank you for your time and support.